Good morning, Brad, Fernanda. Well, most of the region is buried in snow, and surprisingly, I did see a few people out walking around. I mean, it's not often that this area gets snow, so I do understand, but you got to stay safe and stay warm. Safety authorities are saying the biggest difference between this snowstorm and Monday morning is the accumulation. There's snow and ice piling up on top of what's already there, making it almost impossible to see the ground. Right now, I'm going to step out of the frame just so you can see what I'm talking about. You can see some tire tracks, you can see some snow, but you can't see the ground. Just not too long ago, TxDOT trucks were out laying a salt brine solution on the ground. As snow and ice continues to come down, rock salt is being spread across the turnpikes and bridges for an extra layer of protection. And if you have to get out, officials are asking people to treat it like it's ice and snow all on the roads, even if it appears to be clear.
You have to use extreme caution because there is going to be ice and snow built up on the roadways, and you never know what the conditions are going to be like, and they can change very quickly.
Right now, there aren't any major street or highway closures. TxDOT doesn't expect roads to be completely clear until this weekend, since temperatures will be below freezing. TxDOT crews are working around the clock to make sure they're getting out, they're salting the roads, and they're moving that snow off the streets. But they need you to do your part by staying at home and staying off the highways and the roadways. Reporting live here in Texarkana, Texas, Simone, NBC6 News. Well, Brad, I definitely got hit a couple times while capturing the moment, but it was definitely well worth it. The experience was amazing, to say the least. Now, instead of sitting around the house and waiting for all of this snow to melt, many Texarkana residents were taking advantage and making the best of the situation. Good evening. Well, while some are at home enjoying a snow day, others are out in the elements, and first responders are asking people to stay home to prevent accidents and to limit 911 calls. Good afternoon, Brad, Fernanda. If you were planning to get out and fill up your tank, you just might be a little too late. I spoke with several gas stations in the area, and some say they only have diesel left. Good afternoon. Well, many people are trying to dig their way out of the snow, hoping to get out and find resources like food and gas. As we drove around earlier, many gas stations are still closed because there's no gasoline available. They hope to get a shipment this weekend once the roads are cleared. Some local grocery stores are open with a limited supply of food. Traffic through the city is minimal, but a few people are out walking the streets. One resident says this winter storm was needed.
I was kind of glad that it happened, get people sit down away from this coronavirus thing. Everybody's out partying, doing this, but you bring snow, everybody stays put.
Hope it's over soon. I prepared, I went to the store, got all the stuff, but still there were things that you didn't think about, like rock salts and...
TxDOT crews don't expect the roads to be clear until this weekend once warmer temperatures roll in. And although there are tractors, snow trucks, and salt trucks out clearing the roads and streets, certain main streets are clear, but safety officials are encouraging you to still stay off the roads and stay home to avoid any unnecessary accidents.
The area city, you've been out there for a little over an hour now. What have you been seeing?
Good morning, Brad, Fernanda. Most of the region is buried in snow, and safety officials are saying the biggest difference between this snowstorm and the one on Monday morning is accumulation. There's snow and ice falling on top of what's already there, making it almost impossible to see the pavement. So I'm actually going to step out of the frame just so you can actually see what I am talking about. You can see some tire tracks and some people traveling on the road, but you cannot see the street itself. It is a little icy out, so that's why you see the cars driving by very slowly. And I was out earlier, I saw a mixture of sand and salt on the roads to kind of give it a little more traction. It is kind of cold and the wind is picking up just a little bit. There's some snowflakes coming down, but nothing major right now. Good morning. Well, most of the region is covered in snow, and surprisingly, I did see a few people walking around. It's not often that snow is in the Texarkana area, but please stay warm and stay safe. It's not as windy, so it doesn't feel as cold outside, but the snow is starting to pick up now. Safety authorities say the difference between this snowstorm and the one on Monday morning is the accumulation. There's snow and ice coming down on top of what's already there, making it hard to see the pavement. I'm actually going to step out of the shot now just so you can take a look at the roads. You can't see the ground, but you can see some tracks there in the ground. I did see TxDOT out earlier putting a little salt brine solution on the ground and some sand just to kind of add some traction here. If you take a look around, there isn't many cars on the road, but you can't really see it as well. I'm going to go ahead and pan over to the bridge. They did go ahead and put a little mixture there on the bridge, and as you can see right now, there is a car stuck. Again, the bridge could be a little slick with ice underneath, and the snow is starting to pick up, so if you travel up across the overpass, just be careful. You may or may not make it up. TxDOT did say they're out putting salt brine solutions on the ground. Rock salt is there to spread across the bridges again and the turnpikes.